Welcome back. We finally managed to get an interview with Commissar Leber, who's not exactly Derek, but it'll have to do.
You keep saying an animal. You found evidence of only one animal? One bite pattern, one saliva type?
Yes.
Yet two wolves escaped from the zoo.
As you say, the zoo wolves do not figure into this at all.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. No, I definitely would not say that.
Between this and the way people at the zoo reacted to the escaped wolves, I get the impression that the wolves were released from the zoo, or at least removed from the zoo, intentionally, as a scapegoat for these killings.
Tell me about the latest victim.
Male, 52, Grossberg was the name. He was a furrier. Ironic, isn't it?
A furrier. What an amazing coincidence.
That is interesting.
Have any theories about why the killer struck downtown this time?
No. Do you?
I read somewhere that wolves are clean animals. They don't kill close to their lair unless they're forced to.
Baudelaire! What are you talking about?
Not sure, actually. Random thought.
We know what lair he's talking about, of course.
Have you ever heard of anyone or anything called the Black Wolf?
The hair samples we have are all reddish brown.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you'd heard of a black wolf in general.
Hold on.
I wonder, what did he just remember?
Here is this.
What?
Missing persons case. A runaway teenaged girl. It happened in 1989 in a town called Kirschel, in the Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald, Bavarian National Forest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just thought I remembered something. It was a sad case, you know. She was very pretty. Ah, yes. Here it is.
What?
There was a supposed witness. An old lady who lived on the edge of town near the woods. She says she saw the girl go into the woods the night she disappeared. Says the wolf got her.
The wolf?
The old lady had been complaining for some time about a huge black wolf in the woods. But no one believed her. She was verrückt. Crazy.
No one else ever saw the thing?
Hadn't been any wolves in those woods for 50 years.
So there was probably nothing to it.
That's what I thought at the time. Of course, that was years before this case. Never heard of wolf attacks back then.
Very peculiar.
Do you get a lot of missing persons cases in Germany?
Oh, sure. Mostly teenagers, runaways. It gets worse all the time. Families are not like they used to be, yes?
Suppose not. That's all I wanted to know.
Good. We discuss you now, yes?
I guess.
You want to tell me, or do I have to ask?
I'm investigating the murder of Tony Yuba for her parents.
Why?
I'm an investigator. That's what I do.
You're an American PI?
You could say that.
And how did the Hubos end up hiring you?
Mutual friends?
I see. And is evidence you have?
A paw print and some hair samples from the Yuba farm. I spoke with some folks at the zoo as well.
All right, Mr. Knight. I don't know how the police deal with you in America, but in this country, we don't like civilian interference.
I understand.
If you hear something, you come to me. If you see something, you come to me. And under no circumstances are you to speak with the press. You do. And I'll have your passport.
Well, you wouldn't like it. It was a bad hair day.
I am quite serious.
I swear, not a word.
All right. I can't stop you from investigating. But stay out of our way.
Quiet as a shadow. That's me.
Sure. Well, I don't think the police is really likely to look into the paranormal angle here. So that's going to be our job. Anyway, let's look around a bit.
Probably nothing of interest back there. Besides, I can't see past the commissar's big head.
Also, it's probably all in German. On the desk?
I don't have any more questions for the commissar.
No, that counts as clicking on the commissar, apparently.
At least he's neater than Detective Mosley.
Well, that's not exactly an achievement, is it? Let's look at that map. I guess these were the two boys. This is where the farm is. So that's the other girl. And then the one in the middle. Strange.
This map, it marks the locations of all the wolf killings, right?
Yes. What?
The one last night, the one in the middle, doesn't really fit, does it?
It has to fit. It happened.
I suppose.
Well, at least it's not a pentagram. So we can at least rule out Michael Bates. I guess these are pictures of the victims. Wait, does that say Grossberg? Yes.
Grossberg. Didn't Liebe say that was the name of the guy who was killed last night?
And there's a telephone number. That could be of interest. Well, Gabriel has a notepad. Let's write it down. Very inconspicuous. What's with all the 555 numbers in Germany, by the way? I didn't know they had those there. Alright, I think that's about all we can do here. And I think we need to leave then.
I'm gonna take off.
Stay out of trouble.
Of course.
I do actually kind of want to know more about these missing persons cases. And the only person we know who could help us with that is, of course, Uberglau. Harry. Wait, we're in Munich? I just mentioned Derek at the beginning of this video, and this guy's called Harry? Must be a coincidence.
Gabriel, come in.
Hey, Harry.
And indeed, we can talk to him about missing persons.
You mentioned the possibility of my using your secretary for research?
Anytime.
Great. I wouldn't ask, but I need a newspaper search done, and my German sucks.
No problem. What exactly are you looking for?
Missing persons. Actually, missing persons cases that occurred in or near forested areas.
How far back do you want to go?
10 years?
Okay, I can spare her later in the day. We should have it ready for you by tomorrow.
Great. Thanks. Well, I'm off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
He's always picking up the phone just when we leave. I always thought that looked suspicious. But it's just his standard animation when we leave. The other thing I'd kind of want to follow up on is that phone number of Grossberg we found. So for that we will need to use the phone at the farm. I wonder who it will reach. Obviously not Grossberg, because he's dead. But maybe someone who knows more about him.
Hello?
Hello. My name is Knight. I'm an American associate of Herr Grossberg's.
Yes? I was just calling the people in Herr Großberg's address book to notify them. Have you heard that Herr Großberg has...
Yes, I know about his death.
Yes, I'm sorry. Would you mind giving me your name again so I can check you off the list?
Knight.
Ella Hoffman... I'm not finding you.
Could you check under Vaughn? It's Vaughn Knight.
Oh, so... Yes, von. Von Eigner, von Frank, von Stein... You're not under Vaughn either.
Excuse me, did you say Von Agner?
Yes?
Do you know Von Agner?
I don't know him. I don't know most of Großberg's business contacts.
Grossberg knew him.
If this is about money, you're out of luck. All the accounts are locked until someone comes in and takes over. Besides, there's nothing in them anyway.
Really? Well, could you just look up an account balance for me?
I can't. The address book is all I have. The police have taken Herr Großberg's ledgers.
Oh, well, thank you.
Goodbye.
So Grossberg knew von Eigner and had a connection to the club. The police took his ledgers, which would be interesting to look at, but I sincerely doubt that Kommissar Leber would be willing to show us those ledgers unless we have something equally valuable to show him, which at the moment we don't. We'll continue in the next video.